Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mr. Marty!
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you very much.
Now, Mr. Rick, let's get back to something you said. You and I both know the business of boxing very well. Of course, you have a lot of more experience than I do when it comes to the game. But I'll tell you, I'm one of the shrewdest guys in this business. Now, we know the business. You mentioned the word nobodies. You said earlier that, PBC, Al Heyman, the promoters, etc., have put their fighters in the ring with nobodies and overpaid them. Isn't it customary that all promoters put their up-and-coming stars in the ring with quote-unquote, as you call them, nobodies to build them up?
No, that's never my point.
Is it customary, though? Is it customary in the business?
Yes, but that wasn't my point.
Okay.
My point was that he overpaid his fighters greatly to fight nobodies. Was the statement
that sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a good thing, if you ask me.
No, it wasn't a good thing because now it backfired on him. He ran out of money. PBC owes $900 million to White Owl Reed. Okay, that's public. You do know that, right?
That is public?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be public. I don't really get into the financial pockets of other people because the bottom line is...
Well, you should. If you're talking about the business of boxing, you should know that Al Heyman blazed through $900 million of money, and it caused a whole calamity in the business where his fighters don't want to fight for what he can pay it now because he ran out of money. That's why they're only fighting.
And guess what, Rick? They still signed Terrence Crawford. They still signed Canelo. The fighters that's under their banner.
No. They did. No.
They still
Incorrect. 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 Showtime signed them.
Huh?
Showtime. Let me explain. Let me explain. Don't interrupt me.
Go ahead.
Okay. Stephen Espinoza recently said that Terrence Crawford is not a PBC fighter or a Showtime fighter. He's got 2 fights and he's out of there. Okay, he may stay, he may go. Okay, the fact is Showtime is financing everything PBC is doing now. Okay, PBC ran out of money. The reason why Jermell didn't fight the guy from Poland was because he thought he was going to get his typical $2.5 million or $3 million for the fight, and Heyman offered him $750, and then he refused to fight. Okay, that's what happened because there's no money to fall back on to overpay these guys like there was before because the $900 million dried up. That money ruined the business and sport, and it ruined the mentality of fighters wanting to fight competitive fights. Think you're going to get that Polish guy who can't fight a lick, okay, going to get $2.5 or $3 million to fight him. Heyman and Showtime wanted to pay him $750, and he balked. That's what's going on. What?
No disrespect. I'm asking you, how do you know how much they was trying to pay this guy?
How do I know who's paying it? What? Trying to pay who?
Abu, come on, Rick. You smarter than that. I'm asking you a direct question. How do you know that Al Heyman and Steven was trying to pay this guy a certain amount of money?
Jamel Charlo told people. He told multiple people. I
didn't hear him say that. That's why I'm asking you.
Well, he was pissed off. Told people. Told multiple people, actually.
Well, Rick, it sounds like you know a lot about PBC. Why don't you just go work for them? You know enough about their business.
I don't need to work for PBC. My business is ultra successful. I do not need PBC. I don't need any one account. I have 47 clients. They're all happy, and I'm happy.
And I'll tell you what, I'm even happy that you're doing well. The thing about it, no problem. You're welcome. The thing about it that might sound misleading when you say that, and you did agree with me that, promoters do have fighters that they're having up in the, up and coming ranks to to pay.
Absolutely, but they don't overpay their fighter to fight them.
Hey, the bottom line is the fighters got paid. Isn't that what you and I in the business for the fighters to get paid?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's what I'm in the business to get. That's why I'm in the business.
Well, that's why I'm not a manager. That's why I'm not a manager. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew, that's who they listening to? Him? This is the boxing insider that they're reporting on boxing news internet outlets. Him? YouTube channels doing videos about what he said. Him? The preacher is here today. This who they, him? That was the voice of Rick Glaser when he came up here to talk to me. Y'all remember that? Back in August of 2023. Y'all remember that? A month after Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight. Y'all remember when he came up here to talk to me? Y'all remember that? Is this the guy they call a boxing insider? Him? My God. Good God Almighty. Him? That's the guy. Rick Glaser, is that him? Wait a minute, wait. They question who I manage, but they never ask, who do Rick Glaser matchmake for? How many fighters do he work with? They never ask him, but they come up here asking me. This is a Matthew, a Andre, J Sir, Omega, Shaheed, Electric, Creole. Is this the guy? This is the guy that everybody's listening to about PBC. Him? Biz on the beat. Is this the guy? Him? Is this who they listening to? They're calling him a credible source. Him? The preacher is here today now. As the viewership is increasing exponentially, come on in, y'all. Yeah, we're going to have boxing church today. Come on in. Come on and have a seat. Yeah. Come on. Come on and have a seat. You in the right place. Come on in. Come on and have a seat. Yeah. We're going to deal with these false prophets today. Come on in. Yeah, manager Marty Luther King is here. Come on in. Yeah, you know this is the same month that Malcolm X was assassinated. Yeah. Come on and have a seat. Yeah, you came to the right place. Boxing church. Come on in. Yeah. Come on in. No judgment here. Come on in. Come on. Yeah. I got a question. Come on, have a seat, y'all.
tossed out for that reason.
And guess what?
Okay, because
Don King stole fighters too. You know this is the nature of the business. If a fighter want to go with somebody else, they just go with him. You know that.
no,
Rick.
there's such things called contracts.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you. Oh, I agree with you. Everybody got to be obligated to their contract. What I'm saying is, it's still up to the fighters. And when the fighters do that, it does put the competition in limbo. All I'm saying is that PBC fighters are not the only one fighting once a year. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking, Rick. Let's take Terrence Crawford over at ESPN. When he fought Sean Porter, right? He fought once a year. Nobody ain't say nothing about him. He fought Kell Brooks, and a year later he fought Sean
It's not
Porter.
true. That's not true. Let me talk. He turned down fights.
Who?
Terrence Crawford did. Not because of the opponents, because he didn't want to fight.
Name 2 fighters he turned down. Can you please?
He didn't. I just said to you, he didn't turn down fighters. He turned down fights, opportunity, dates.
Give us 2. Give us 2 fights.
I just said, are you fucking stupid? Are you a clown?
Hey, Rick.
I said to you, listen to me. I said to you, he turned down fights, not fighters.
Rick. I'm going to stop your mic right now, bro. I don't know what you're doing nobody else's channel, Rick. Don't unmute. You better jump off. Rick.
Is that the guy who Blue Blood Sports TV get his information from? Is that him? That's the guy who a barbershop conversation get his information from him? You heard the undertones when he talked to me. Is that the guy who people scared to challenge for the undertones that he talked to the preacher with? Him? Oh, but Manager Marty don't know the business of boxing. Manager Marty is a clown, a goofy, don't know nothing, don't manage nobody or nothing. That's the guy who y'all taking up for him? My God, what has the world come to? Lord have mercy. This the guy they're calling a boxing insider? Him? Is this the guy who content creators are doing reaction videos to what he say? Him? Is this him? We need answers. Come on and have a seat if you're just joining in. Come on. Sit down. Yeah. Come on in. Yeah, this boxing church. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, come on in and sit down. You know the preacher don't have no picks. Come on and have a seat now. Hit the like button. Tap them holy hands on that like button. You know we're going to have some education today. You know we're going to have some entertainment today. Come on. Put your holy hands on that like button if you haven't done so already. Put them holy hands on that subscribe button. Yeah, we need answers. That's the guy who these guys, him? Coach Malachi. That's the guy he's getting his information from. Him? This guy, him. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. That's the guy? Lord have mercy. Come on in and have a seat. Come on in. I'm on air fry today. Ooh, Manager Marty Luther King is here today. Come on in. Yeah. You know we ain't going to do a Town Watch check-in today. Not today. Probably on Thursday or Friday. Yeah, if I come back tomorrow, but definitely Friday. We'll do it. We'll do Town Watch. Sometimes you just got to bypass the icebreaker. Yeah, I broke the ice when we heard his voice earlier just now. Come on in. Yeah, I broke the ice when I played the excerpt of when Rick Glaser came on this channel back in August of 2023. Y'all heard how he talked to me. Come on in and sit down. We're going to talk about it today. Yeah. Yeah, the preacher is controversial too. Yeah, I know I got Martin Luther King's name in my name now. You know, I'm his great grandson. Yeah, Manager Marty, Manager Marty Luther King. Yeah, but I'm not like my great grandfather. I'm controversial. Yeah. Come on in. Come on in and come see the preacher. Yeah, get your super chats ready now. Get them super stickers ready in your cash apps now. Y'all know how it is when you go to church. Y'all already know how it is. Yes. I just want to. That's all I want to know. Is that the guy? Him? Is that him? That's the guy. Oh, we need answers. Yes, we need answers. Gregory is the Keggy, Many Face Publishing, Mr. Pragmatic. Is that him? 2 Cents Boxing. Is that him? Is that the guy they getting their information from? Him? That's who they're calling a boxing insider? This guy? We need answers. Is this the guy who said Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford was signed by Showtime? Him? Lord have mercy. What has the world come to? Somebody need to be forgiven for their sins. My gosh, is that him? That the guy Blue Blood getting his info from? That's him? Barbershop conversation getting his information from him? Coach Malachi getting his information from him? Scotty from World Combat Sports getting his information from that guy? Him? We need answers. That's all. I just want to ask a question. That's all. That's the only question I want the answer to right now. Is that him? Him? This guy Rick Lace, is that him? I need the viewership to increase a little bit more before we get into this. Yeah. Before we get, see, there ain't no freeloading today. There ain't no, we gonna break this thing down like an old rifle. No freeloading today. Yeah. Come on and support the channel. Don't come get this free information, education, and entertainment, and then don't support it now. Come on and support the channel now. Put your holy hands on that like button. Huh? Put your holy hands on that subscribe button. Put your holy hands on that share button. Yeah, no. This ain't Leon Lonnie Love. He was a fraud like Rick Glaser. This ain't Leon Lonnie Love. Remember him from Martin, the episode of Martin, Leon Lonnie Love? No. No. That's not where we at now. We need answers. That's the guy. Hey, Biz, is that him? Andre Smith, is that the guy? Uptown Boy, is this the guy? Let me replay it again. I got to replay some things that he said. Oh my God, hold on for a minute, Creole. Let me see if this is him. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on for a minute.
That's how you do it.
PBC,
Well, they're not doing it.
I got you. PBC have built more stars than Top Rank and De La Hoya's company Golden Boy Promotions put together. And Rick, even you know that.
No, you're wrong. Golden Boy's the one that made all those guys stars. Don't look at me funny like that.
I'm looking at you funny like that because you know Al Heyman had all those guys under contract over there with De La Hoya, Rick.
They were De La Hoya's fighters. He stole the fighters and had to pay a lawsuit of
And guess what? He lost that lawsuit. Golden Boy lost that lawsuit, Rick.
No, they didn't. You know that. No, they didn't. You're talking about two different lawsuits.
So what lawsuit you talking about?
$40 million when he sued Richard Schaefer and Heyman. He lost 40. The reason why he lost the second, like he's paid $40 million. The reason why he lost the second lawsuit is because he already won the first one. And once you won the first one, it alleviated the second one automatically. It was tossed out for that reason.
And guess what?
Okay, because
Don King stole fighters too. You know this is the nature of the business. If a fighter want to go with somebody else, they just go with him. You know that.
No, there's such things called contracts.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you. Oh, I agree with you. Everybody got to be obligated to their contract. What I'm saying is, it's still up to the fighters. And when the fighters do that, it does put the competition in limbo. All I'm saying is that PBC fighters are not the only one fighting once a year. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking, Rick. Let's take Terrence Crawford over at ESPN. When he fought Sean Porter, right? He fought once a year. Nobody say nothing about him. He fought Kell Brooks, and a year later he fought
It's
Sean
not
Porter.
true. That's not true. Let me talk. He turned down fights. He turned down fights.
Who?
Terrence Crawford did. Not because of the opponents, because he didn't want to fight.
Name 2 fighters he turned down. Can you please?
He didn't. That? I just said to you, he didn't turn down fighters. He turned down fights, opportunities, dates.
Give us 2. Give us 2 fights.
I just said. Are you fucking stupid? Are you a clown?
Hey, Rick.
I said to you, listen to me. I said to you, he turned down fights, not fighters.
Rick. I'm going to stop your mic right now, bro.
Big Supreme, Asante L. Is that the guy? Sin Ironheart. Is that the guy they're reporting on? Talking about he's a boxing insider? Him? Is that him? Yes, come on in. We're going to have boxing church today. The preacher is here, Manager Martin Luther King. Come on in and have a seat. Yeah, we ain't doing no town watch checking today, King Swisher. We going right in today, Michael Dangerfield. Let's go. This him? Is that the guy? That's the only question I got. That's all. That's all I want to know. Is that him? There's nothing wrong with my audio. I'm just trying to get to a certain point in this video because I want y'all to hear what he said. Hold on. Yes, let's go. We're going to break this down. Yeah, we're going to break it down like the old rifle. Yeah, the old rifle from back in the day. Yeah, the preacher is here today. What's up, y'all? Huh? Yeah. Oh, let me make sure. I got to make sure the clergy outfit, and I got to make sure the preacher's clergy robe. Yeah, I got to make sure this is on point. Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason why I have it wrinkled. You will never understand. You will never understand. Woo! This the guy? Him? This where they getting their info from? This guy? Him? My goodness. We live in a world of sin. Is that this him? They call him a boxing insider? Him? Y'all ask me time and time again, you haters. I know you watching. You take these off so y'all can hear what I'm saying. How many fighters I manage, who I manage, how long I've been in the business, am I licensed? All these stupid questions y'all been asking me like I don't have credentials, like I don't have character, like I don't have credibility. But nobody ever asked for Rick Glaister's credentials. He's a boxing insider, and nobody asked him who his sources are. We need answers. That's the guy. Blue Blood Sports TV. Him? You get your information from this guy? Coach Malachi from True Media Radio Sports. This your plug? This your source? This where you get your info? Barbershop conversation. This who you sit in your barbershop with and have a conversation? I don't know if you have a barbershop or not, but that's the name. This your source? This him? This who you get your information from, bro? Him? ESPN, Mike Coppinger. This the guy? Y'all listening to this guy? Rick Glaister? Him? Why are we even doing reaction videos for something he said about Canelo Alvarez? For what? Rick Glaister ain't proved himself yet on YouTube or Twitter. Yet. What has he been right about since he's been talking bad about PBC? Name one thing. Can somebody tell me? I've only been on YouTube for about a year and almost a half now. I ain't seen or heard nothing this man said yet that was correct. Even when he said in my face, I gave him fact after fact after fact. And you know what he said? Incorrect. Incorrect. Listen to me. Him? He knew I understood the business. And he knew I was backing him in the corner when I brought up Terrence Crawford. We're going to break it down and then we're going to, what I'm doing is I'm spinning the block on when he was here talking to me then. Why? Because I'm building the case. Yeah, this is all a part of my sermon. Don't move. Stay right there and don't move. It's all a part of my sermon. So when I give the benediction, we all can be on the same page. Now we're going to go line for line of what this guy said in August of 2023 when he came here. Y'all remember this? Him? Y'all get your information from this guy? Y'all disrespect the real manager. Y'all discredit trying to humiliate the real manager. But y'all don't question this him? We need answers. Now, I'm going to pick him apart now. I'll call him on the phone. Where my phone at? Where's my other phone? Where my phone at? Here you go. Yeah, I got his number. You know, I called him a couple weeks ago. What was that? A couple months ago? I called him on the phone when he tried to say something about PBC before. Remember? Oh, PBC is not going to do anything with Amazon Prime. Y'all remember that? This was back in what, 2 months ago or something like that? It's published on the channel if y'all don't believe. I called him on the phone live when I was live. I said, what you guys say about this? You said that PBC wasn't doing a deal with Amazon Prime, and PBC announced that they struck a deal with Amazon Prime. What do you have to say about that, Rick Glaister? And you know what he said? I don't want to talk about it. I don't have nothing to say to you on this phone. I'm not giving up no statement. Y'all remember he said that? I can replay the video for y'all. He jumped on Twitter when the day. See, I'm blocked from Twitter. You know Rick don't want me on his page. So a couple of people from the Roll to Tape film crew, they sent me what he said today. Hold off on the insults, please. He want mercy now. We're going to deal with it. Don't move. Stay right there. Don't move. Stay right there. Don't move. Show y'all something real quick. We need answers. Oh, yes. Yes. We're going to get to it today. Mm-hmm. Y'all keep letting these guys finagle y'all, finesse y'all, bamboozle y'all. Huh? Look at your screen right now. Look at that there. Y'all see that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What he blocked me for? Hmm? You see what happens? You see what happens? Cash crypto? You see what happens? You see, either when the truth come out, they block me, or they just stop coming around the channel. You see what's going on? Let's talk about it. You know, ain't nothing off limits for me to talk about. Salute to my guy Fareed, cooking with Frank. What's good? What's up, Mike? Y'all see what's going on, don't you? Huh? Look at it. Let me show y'all again for y'all that just coming in. Either they block me or they just stop coming around. Yeah, that's something. It's something about truth. It's something about truth. That's what's going on, Mr. Greg. Yeah. Let's break down what this guy Rick said. Yeah. Let me unbutton this. Yeah, when you the preacher sometimes, oh, I got to get my other prop. I can't be no preacher without my other prop. Hold on. I'll be back. You know, the preacher's got to have a cloth. Hold on. I stay right there. Hold on. Yeah, I apologize. I apologize to the live audience. Yeah, I can't come and entertain you all and don't have my equipment and don't have all of my costume, huh? Don't have all of my tools to entertain you. I apologize. If my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade music teacher saw this video right now and realized that I didn't have all of my props, all of my costume, when I'm acting and entertaining, she'd have a fit and still pull my, that's why my ear's so big. That, because she used to pull my ears in middle school. I used to act on stage, y'all. Yeah, some of my audience that know me, grew up with me, they know. All around the city of Philadelphia, all the middle schools and high schools will come to my school and see us perform. Yeah, if you go out on stage without all of your equipment and be prepared, my goodness. Then you know all the preachers got one of these. Ha! You know all the preachers got one of these cloths. Yeah, the preacher got to have these cloths when they, yeah, right in the middle of their speech and their sermon, they do like this. Yeah, you know I got to entertain the people. That's the guy. Listening to this dude. Hey, either they block me or they just stop coming around. But the show must go on. Huh? The show must go on. Let's go back and hear some things that Glacier said in August on this channel. See, none of us that know Rick Glacier's character, we're not surprised. Are we, Kev 316? Are we, Frank? Are we, Greg? Are we, Cash Crypto, Mr. Pragmatic? Fareed? Mike Dangerfield? Huh? Ironheart, Frank Barnes? We're not surprised. Are we, Andre Noble, Andre Smith? Creole, we're not surprised, are we? CO Sense, we're not surprised. I mean, Big Supreme, even you know we're not surprised. We're not surprised, are we? Because he came up to my platform in front of the Roll to Tape film crew. And listen to this. This is the guy. That's the only question I want answered today. I've been here for 35 minutes. Ain't nobody drop a super chat yet. But salute to Estelle. Thank you for your cash app. I appreciate it. Ain't nobody drop a super chat. Y'all been sitting in church. Y'all better drop something now. You know they shadow banning the channel. You know they done blackballed me. You see what they doing. You see exactly what they're doing. Oh, truth gets you blocked, blackballed, and people stop coming around. They just stop coming around. You ain't got to lose communication with me. All you got to do is see me. I'm here every day. If not every day, at least 3 times a week. That's all the preacher's saying today. Yeah. Hold on for a second. Let's listen to Rick Glaser. Since everybody else listening to him, getting their communication and information from this guy. Double salute to my guy, Many Face Publishing. I see you. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel. This how I'm able to entertain y'all. The super chats help this thing keep on moving. All year, they've been saying how Canelo is leaving PBC and they broke. And they waited on this announcement. So I asked yesterday, what happened? And got no answer. Many Face Publishing, thank you for that. You ain't gonna get an answer, Many Face. They have none. Hopefully today we get one, because we need answers. I apologize, Mr. Many Face. I see you. Yeah, I see you. I just read it. I see you. Because I know you probably still at work, brother. I see. Yeah, Cooking with Frank. Double salute to you. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel. I appreciate it. Cooking with Frank says, for the church fund, big homie, keep cooking. Yes, sir. Thank you. You know, every church got a building fund. I don't mean to offend nobody. I'm just saying. See, I'm qualified to speak on this. When I say the church, when I keep saying the church, I'm qualified to speak on this. I got credentials in the church. Some of y'all really don't know that about me. We'll talk about that later. Mr. Pragmatic, we'll talk about that later. Let's get back to this guy. This is the guy they listening to, him? My goodness, how can y'all give this man any credibility, my God? Double salute, Michael Dangerfield. Thank you for your support and contribution to the channel. Let the church say amen. Now, this is what Rick Glaser said. Let's hear him. Let's hear this guy. Listening to him, I broke this thing down for Rick Glaser, and he still tried to lie to the audience in front of me. Then he backed on out, had a temper tantrum. And he knew where I was going. This guy right here. I'm heating him up today, Many Face. Let's listen to Rick. Hold on.
The boxing, you should know that Al Heyman blazed through $900 million of money, and it caused a whole calamity in the business where his fighters don't want to fight for what he can pay it now because he ran out of money. That's why they're only fighting.
And guess what, Rick? They still signed Terrence Crawford. They still signed Canelo. The fighters that's under their banner.
No. They did. No. They still get paid. Incorrect. Incorrect. Showtime signed them.
Did y'all hear him? Y'all got to listen to when people talk to y'all. Did y'all hear Rick Glaser? I told him. Al Heyman and PBC, they ran through $900 million. Okay, let's say that's true. They still just signed Terrence Crawford, and they still just signed Canelo Alvarez. And y'all heard what he said? Incorrect. Showtime signed them. I got a question for that. If Showtime signed Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, well, why are they still boxing if Showtime is out of business? What promotional banner will Canelo Alvarez be fighting on May the 4th if Showtime is out of business and they sign Canelo? We need answers. Talk to me. This the guy listening to him? They call him a boxing insider? PBC was the platform that Terrence Crawford fought Errol. PBC is the platform that Canelo Alvarez fought Caleb Plant on. PBC is the platform that Canelo Alvarez will be fighting on that we know of as of today on May the 4th against one of the other Charlo brother. And he said, I was wrong. PBC did not sign them. Showtime did. Well, Showtime out of business. So how are they fighting on Amazon Prime if Showtime signed them? How is Canelo Alvarez fighting on Amazon Prime on May 4th if Showtime signed him? You heard Steven Espinosa say in the recent interview that he has no dealings. He's just there to support. You know, Deacon Al Heyman about to give him a job. Y'all know that, right? Believe that. Now, I don't have any inside sources on that. That's just me knowing the business. Deacon Al Heyman probably is more likely, let me use that to say, give myself some cushion, you know. It's more likely that Deacon Al Heyman is going to go over there and give Steven the job. We need answers. Double salute to my guy, number one, my guy, the number one guy who became the first member of this channel. I say member meaning the membership. You know, when you pay the monthly fee, when you join the channel, this guy on your screen, my friend, my guy, double salute to him. I hope he's entertained. Mr. Prag, I hope you entertained, brother. Thank you, Mr. Pragmatic, for your support and contribution to the channel. Mr. Pragmatic says, paying my tithes. Thank you so much. And Greg Quarterbaum, double salute to you, Mr. Greg, for your contribution and your support to the channel. Mr. Greg says, Revelations 20:24, thou shalt not come to Manager Marty's podcast and cast falsehood and expect not to be punished, for he shall smite thee thoroughly. I sure will. I sure will. I don't care if you a millionaire. If you come up here and deceive the people that support this channel, I'ma slice you up. You know, hey, you know they're gonna block me and not come back over here. You know what's going on, but you know the show must go on. Yeah. One monkey don't stop the church. We still keep it moving. Did y'all hear this the guy? Him? Listening to this guy who told the world on my channel. How many views did that get? You know, before I got blackballed, that live got 6,798 views. My lives be getting 300 now. Come on, man. We know I'm blackballed. But my point is, Rick Glaser said that Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez was signed to Showtime. He came here with no evidence. He said all that with no proof. Come on, y'all. Y'all keep letting this guy get away with this. Why? I come with truth and evidence, Mr. Pragmatic. Windy City, I come with truth and evidence. Matthew Thomas, I come to YouTube with truth and evidence, and they still criticize me. It's still not good enough when I present evidence. But Rick Glaser can say all of this with no evidence, and he's a boxing insider. Lord have mercy. What have this world of sin come to? I'm not really sweating, y'all, not yet. But you know, the preachers, you know, the real preachers, they got to keep dapping. They don't want to touch their headline, so they just dap the forehead like this. My headline already receded, so it don't make me no difference. Bang, bang, bang. Look, the girls still love me. All the ladies adore me because I'm respectful, I'm a gentleman. Yeah, that's why I don't worry about all that stuff. Bang, 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 bang. That's what they do. They do the 1, 2, 3, then they come here. Bang, bang. Yeah, I studied the play. Yeah. Let's listen to some more commentary of what Mr. Rick Glaser said. Yeah, when he was over here, Frank. Hold on.
Huh?
Showtime. Let me explain. Let me explain. Don't interrupt me.
Go ahead.
Okay. Steven Espinosa recently said that Terrence Crawford is not a PBC fighter or a Showtime fighter. He's got 2 fights and he's out of there. Okay, he may stay, he may go.
He may stay.
Okay, the fact is Showtime is financing everything PBC is doing now. Okay, PBC ran out of money. The reason why Jermel didn't fight the guy from Poland, was because he thought he was going to get his typical $2.5 million or $3 million for the fight, and Heyman offered him $750, and then he refused to fight. Okay, that's what happened, because there's no money to fall back on to overpay these guys like there was before, because the $900 million dried up. That money ruined the business and sport, and it ruined the mentality of fighters wanting to fight competitive fights. Think he was going to get that Polish guy who can't fight a lick, okay, going to get $2.5 or $3 million to fight him. Heyman and Showtime wanted to pay him $750, and he balked. That's what's going on. What?
No disrespect. I'm asking you, how do you know how much they was trying to pay this guy?
How do I know who's paying it? What?
He heard me.
Hey, trying to pay who?
Abu, come on, Rick. You smarter than that. I'm asking you a direct question. How do you know that Al Heyman and Steven were trying to pay this guy a certain amount of money?
Jermel Charlo told people. He told multiple people. I
didn't hear him say that. That's why I'm asking you.
Well, he was pissed off. Told people. Told multiple people, actually.
Well, Rick, it sounds like you know a lot about PBC. Why don't you just go work for them? You know enough about their business.
I don't need to work for PBC. My business is ultra successful. Do not need PBC. I don't need any one account. I have 47 clients. They're all happy, and I'm happy.
His business is ultra successful. When I asked him, you know all this stuff about PBC and their business dealings, why don't you go work for them? He said his business is ultra successful. He got 47 clients and they're all happy. Well, how come your 47 clients are all happy and you're not happy? How do we know he's not happy, church? Because he goes on Twitter every day or every other day or every week talking about another man's business, talking about another man's money, talking about another man's dealings. Successful business owners don't behave in that manner. When you're successful, you don't have time to be scoping out what other people are doing. You know, it's just like on YouTube. If a content creator is successful, they ain't got time coming over here to my channel stealing my content. They don't have time to come over here worried about what I'm saying and what I'm doing, right? When your business is ultra successful, you're not worried about with people that ain't got no competition to you. You ain't worried about what they doing. They're irrelevant. But we know Rick Glaser goes on social media on a consistent basis, publicly, and then privately, he gives some of this information that he's feeding to other content creators who repeat what he said. Other journalists who repeat what he said, and then try to act like they know all of what's going on behind the scenes, when all along they're getting their information from this guy. You ain't that successful. Okay, 47 clients, they're ultra happy. They're extremely happy, but you sound like you bitter. Doesn't he have a wife? I'm just asking. I'm asking isn't Rick Glaser married? I'm just asking. I just want to ask the question. I don't want to bring his family in, and I'm just saying, isn't he married though? Yes, he is. My point in saying that is, I don't know how strange that is to you, but in this church, that's strange. You got a whole wife and you spend all of your time and expend all of your energy and you invest all of your time and resources to go on social media to talk about the same man and his business dealings every day for the last 20 years. You know, he has an issue with Al Heyman, Deacon Al Heyman. For over 20-something years, bruh. You sound like a bitter baby mom down at child support. That's what Rick Glaser sound like. He's giving me child support vibes when I hear his voice on social media. Keep talking about another man in his pockets and his fighters and his dealings. Come on, bruh. It's not over. Hold on.
And I'll tell you what, I'm even happy that you're doing well. The thing about it, no problem. You're welcome. The thing about it that might sound misleading when you say that, and you did agree with me that promoters do have fighters that they're having up in the up and coming ranks to pay.
Absolutely, but they don't overpay their fighter to fight them.
Hey, the bottom line is the fighters got paid. Isn't that what you and I in the business for the fighters to get paid?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's what I'm in the business to get. That's why I'm in the business.
Well, that's why I'm not a manager.
He's not in the business for the fighters to get paid. Did y'all hear it? Come on, don't act like y'all didn't hear it. Y'all hear everything else? Y'all hear what I be saying, but y'all want to act like you don't hear what he said? He's a boxing insider. He don't even care about your favorite fighter. It don't matter if your favorite fighter is Crawford. It don't matter if your favorite fighter is Errol Spence. Don't matter if your favorite fighter is Devin Haney. It don't matter if your favorite fighter is Canelo Alvarez. It don't matter if your favorite fighter is Ryan Garcia. He don't care about the fighters getting paid. You heard him? Double salute to my guy, Aaron Muhammad. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel. Aaron says, on behalf of the Roll the Tape film crew, here's some support to keep the cameras rolling so the cappers can keep trolling. Manager Marty, salute. Salute to you. Again, Aaron. Aaron Muhammad is a day one supporter of this channel. Thank you again, Aaron. Now, that's all I'm saying. He don't care about your favorite fighter. He just told you, he don't care about them getting paid. He don't care. He made it extremely clear to me. And I knew that already. That's why I walked him into it. I did dog walk him into it. If you heard my voice and the inflection of my voice, seen I walked him into that. I'm a manager too. I mean, I care about the fighters getting paid. I mean, we're both in the business, right, Rick? You care about the fighters getting paid like me, right? No, I don't. No, I'm not. I'm not. Carl Brown, is this the guy who Blue Blood get his information from him? Is this where Scotty from World Combat Sports over there, he get his information from? This guy? Coach Malachi from True Media Radio. This is where he get his information? Him? Barbershop Conversation. Is this the guy? Him? Oh, it don't stop there.
That's why I'm not a manager. Thank you.
So you're not a manager.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy for the sport when the fighter gets overpaid.
I know it's not. You know why? That's the same thing Bob Arum said. That's because y'all can't get a piece of it.
You heard what I told him to his face? It's not healthy for the sport when fighters get overpaid. You know why? Hawk ID. Yeah, you see, Hawkeye, you got to come down to the church now. What'd he say? What y'all heard him say just now? What did he say? Yeah, it's hurting the business when fighters get overpaid. And what did I tell him to his face? It's because, I said, Bob Arum said the same thing. It's because y'all can't get paid. See, y'all can't get the lion's share of the bag. That's why y'all mad at Al. They're mad at Deacon Al Heyman because Al Heyman came into the game and all he did was change the landscape of how fighters be compensated fairly. What do I mean by that? Al Heyman came in and revolutionized cutting the middleman out. That's why. That's why Rick Glazer don't like him, and that's why the other promoters don't like him. Now watch this. Somebody gonna say, Manager Marty Luther King, the preacher, you don't know nothing about the business. Well, then let me ask you a question then. What did Terrence Crawford go over there for? Wasn't he signed to Bob Arum in Top Rank? We need answers. That's not good enough for y'all? Cool. Wasn't Terrence Crawford Top Rank and Bob Arum's #1 fighter before he left? Yes or no? Yes, he was. And he went over to PBC and learned the business to get that backing money and cutting the middleman out from taking 30% of his purse. How about Manny Pacquiao? Wasn't Manny Pacquiao Bob Arum and Top Rank's #1 fighter? He was? Where did Manny Pacquiao go after he left Top Rank and Bob Arum? PBC. Right? How about Canelo Alvarez? When he left Oscar De La Hoya, got that big bag over there at the Zone. Remember that multi-fight, that 10-fight deal? I think it was like 8 or 9 or 10 fights Canelo signed for. That big bag Canelo got when he left Oscar and them. And then guess what? He did all his good business with who? PBC and Al Heyman. This the guy y'all listening to? Whew. My goodness. A boxing insider.
Please.
Come on, Rick. We know the business, Rick.
Totally incorrect.
We know the business, Rick. We know the business. I'm going to protect the integrity of the business, but you know what I'm trying to say, Rick.
No, you're protecting integrity of business by not overpaying people ridiculous amounts of money.
Hey, the fighters got paid. It's all about the fighters getting paid, not the matchmakers.
But the fighters aren't fighting often enough to overcome the difference.
Y'all heard that? The fighters are not fighting enough to overcome the difference. Where's Band Up at? Somebody call him on the phone. He got Boost Mobile. He can't. Email him. Somebody go knock on his door. Boost Mobile signal probably ain't working with over there. Hold on, I got to do it 3 times on the forehead and 2 times under the chin. I get it. Yeah, call Band Up over here. Y'all remember when Band Up came here and Band Up said that Blue Blood Sports TV said that fighters over at PBC, they're messing the business up because they only fight once a year. Who did Blue Blood get that from? This guy right here. Did y'all hear what Rick said? This is where they getting their information from, y'all. Fighters is only fighting once a year at PBC. That's where they getting their info from. Double salute again to my guy, Mr. Gregory Quarterbaum. Thank you for your support, your contribution, your support and love for the channel. Thank you, Mr. Greg. Mr. Greg says PBC equals paying boxers correctly, but still making fights while going out of business every year. Meanwhile, fighters are still signing up, including the face of boxing, Canelo. Wow, what a concept. Thank you, Mr. Greg. That's all I'm saying. All of the top pay-per-view superstars were made over there. Tank Davis, Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder. Should we continue? Canelo's over there. He was already that before he went over there. But my point is he's still over there. Canelo Alvarez. They got more fighters. You know what? I'm not even going to tell you. I'm going to tell you when I told him. Listen to when I told Rick Glaser that.
That's the problem.
Hey, they making it happen. And guess what? You seen what Showtime did. Like you said, they opened their checkbook up and they got the deal done. Isn't that the same thing that Top Rank does, Rick? They get the money from ESPN?
Absolutely. 100%. There's 100%.
What's the problem?
But the difference is Top Rank does 66 shows a year. What does PBC do? 18?
Did y'all hear that? Let's break down the math real quick. Basic arithmetic. This is not rocket science. I told him, you're criticizing PBC and Al Heyman for getting the check from Showtime. Well, don't every other promoter get their biggest revenue from the network? And I used Top Rank as an example, getting their bag and their money from ESPN. He said, yes. All right, then. So what is the problem? Listen to what he said. Well, ESPN is doing 66 fights a year. They're doing 66 shows. But PBC is only doing 18. Let's just use this arithmetic. Church, hear me out. Because I want y'all to go back to those content creators that keep listening to this dude. Those journalists that keep listening to this dude. Them people that keep reporting that he's a boxing insider. I want you to go back and tell them I said. Say manager Martin Luther King said. Listen, if ESPN give $10 million to Top Rank to put on shows, right? And they put on 66 shows in 1 year. And let's use Showtime, since that's what the argument was between me and Rick. If Showtime come and give Al Heyman and PBC that same amount of $10 million, and ESPN gives Top Rank $10 million, and they put on 66 shows with the $10 million, and PBC get the $10 million from Showtime, and they put on 18 shows for that year. Quick question. Which fighters are getting paid more? The fighters that fought for the promoter that had the $10 million bag from ESPN 66 times in a year? Or the fighters that got the $10 million bag from Showtime but only fought 18 fights a year? Let's do the math real quick. Wait, which one? They both get the same amount of money from two different networks. One promoter is putting on less shows. Another is putting on way more shows. Which promotional company is not only saving, but making more money? Just basic arithmetic. We don't have to go all around the board with this. We need answers. Can I get somebody in the chat to talk to me? Y'all need me to repeat it? I'll run it back. I'll run it back. If ESPN, this is just a reference. Please don't say Manager Marty don't have proof that ESPN gave them 10. I'm just, hey, y'all believe Terrence Crawford got paid $10 million? Why can't I use that in my example? Now, let's use this for reference. I need y'all to, come on, stay with me now. Motorsports, you just came late to church. That's why you can't go. Come to church late. You're going to miss something. Let me say it again because I need the chat to come on now. Y'all talking about anything else. Stay with the preacher now. If ESPN give Top Rank $10 million and say, look, I'm going to give you $10 million. Put on how many shows you want. Here go $10 million. And Showtime give PBC $10 million. Put on how many shows you want. Here go $10 million. Right? I'm just using 10 million as a reference because it's a small number and everybody can stay with me on this. Stay with me now. Now, ESPN had 10 million. I'm just using that as an example. 10 million and put on 66 shows. PBC had 10 million and put on 18 shows in the same year. What promotional company will make more money? Which fighters from the promotional company is going to make more money? I just want to ask that question. We need answers. Can somebody in the chat answer? If you're watching the replay of this live, you can answer right in the comment section below. Can somebody answer me, please? Nobody's going to, nobody's, y'all talking to everybody else. Ho. Thank you, Mr. Greg. We got one answer. Anybody else? Anybody else? No problem. We're going to move on. The reason why ESPN and Showtime the reason why ESPN and Top Rank can do 66 shows. I see you, Meech. I appreciate that. The reason why ESPN, after paying Top Rank, and Top Rank can do 66 events or boxing shows a year, because their fighters get paid extremely less. That's why they getting it. Listen, they getting the fighters to render their services on the low. Think about it. This is basic arithmetic here. Think about that. If the whole budget is supposed to be, watch this, the whole budget is supposed to be by the end of the year. Whole budget is supposed to be exhausted by the end of the year. And you doing 66 shows, I know how much your fighter's getting paid. But if the promoter is getting 10 million over on this side, and their 10 million is supposed to get exhausted in the year, and they only did 18 shows, as the manager, I know the fighters I represent. I already know where I'm taking my fighters at that I represent as a manager. I already know which, I know. This the guy, him? I'm breaking down his words from August. We're going to get to what he said yesterday in the day, but August, when he was in front of me.
And guess what? You know this, and I said this before. You know ESPN budget is not bigger than Showtime's. And you know that, Rick.
ESPN budget is much bigger than Showtime's.
They don't get paid over there like Showtime and them do.
What are you talking about?
He don't even know what I'm talking about. Or do we? 40 years in the business, and he asked me, what are you talking about? Come on, dog. Let's keep it all the way 100 and real. ESPN budget is not bigger than Showtime budget. That's why people that fight over there get paid extremely less than the fighters over PBC. It's very simple math. Because guess what? If what I'm saying is not true, Terrence Crawford would still be over there. He wouldn't be with the other side over at PBC. Manny Pacquiao would have never left. He wouldn't be on the other side with PBC. Floyd Mayweather wouldn't have left. He wouldn't have got hooked up with Jake Prince and then brought that out, and then Al Heyman came and saved the day. That's another story. Oscar De La Hoya wouldn't have started his own promotion company. All right, then. They know what time it is over there. And I'm not hating on Bob Airman Top Rank. Salute, double salute to what they're doing over their business. I'm just proving the point to Rick Gleason, misleading the people. Watch how I get him out of here. Listen.
Aaron does
the fighters that fight on ESPN Plus and regular ESPN do not get paid for the same price point over there at Showtime pay-per-view. We both know that. I know you cool with them over there. You did business.
No.
Think about it. ESPN, how much it costs? Come on, chat. I need y'all in church today. Stop worrying about what everybody else says. Stay with me. I'm telling you why those content creators listening to this guy. How much does it cost to purchase ESPN Plus on pay-per-view? Can somebody please tell me? Real quick, y'all. Stay with me, please. Can someone tell me how much? Somebody says $39.99. You're probably about $20 short. Stay with me. That would be okay. Problem numbers. See what happened to them. Anyway, how much do it cost? ESPN Plus to see your favorite fighter fight on ESPN Plus. Thank you, Andre. $59.99, $60, right? $60. I'm talking about ESPN Plus now. I'm talking about when you buy the pay-per-view arm of ESPN. Now, let me ask you a question. When PBC was with Showtime, how much does it cost? How much does it cost to see your favorite fighter that fight on a PBC card on pay-per-view at Showtime? How much did it cost? Somebody hurry up. This is quick. This is quick math. Come on. Easy numbers. How much? How much? Thank you, Carl. Probably about $10 short, though. There you go. Who that? Mike Dangerfield. $80. $79.99. Somebody says $79. No. Y'all got it. Go up. $79.99 or 80 plus. There you go, Uptown boy. I see you. 80 and up. 80 to 100. That's the answer. So you mean to tell me this guy is trying to tell me, this guy, Rick Lacy, is trying to tell me and all of the audience, all of you, ESPN is charging $59.99 to see your favorite fighter compete on their platform, on their pay-per-view on. And then ESP, and then PBC and Showtime was charging $30 more per person. What are we talking about here? Easy arithmetic. This is easy. Nobody on YouTube, and hear me good, before October of 2022, that before I got here, I did my first video in October 22, and it wasn't even about boxing, but that's another story. You know, I got to do 3 times at the top and 2. Yeah. Now, no other content creator on the YouTube boxing streets that I know of was talking about how to incorporate pay-per-view numbers and live gate ticket sales. They wasn't talking about that before I got on YouTube. That's a fact. I'm not mad at them. I'm glad they talking about it now. That's just something that people overlooked. I never really brought it up, but, you know, I see what I see and I know what I know. People wasn't talking about, oh, this network is charging this amount of money for their fights, and this network is charging this amount of money for their fights. Their live gate over here, when you go to their event, is this amount, and then their live. Nobody was doing that. Before I got here, I'm glad you all been learning. I'm glad you all been learning. Huh? There's a reason why Coach Malachi tried to mock me. There's a reason why Scotty from World Combat Sports tried to knock me. It's the reason why on Twitter, Rick Glaser blocked me. The same reason why boxing channels come over here and watch me. Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. Let's talk about facts. Your favorite boxing content creator was scared to talk about Snack. It's the guy y'all listening to. That's a little freestyle for y'all. Little appetizer for the next time y'all see me. Y'all talk him? They get their information from him? This guy right here?
But you're talking about apples and oranges. You're talking about a company that only does 18 shows a year and PBC and Showtime, when you're talking about a company that does 66 shows a year top rank.
They can do 66 shows. Their fighters are getting paid less. Hello.
Okay,
You just said
but you're looking at it from a Democratic standpoint. I'm looking at it from a Republican.
What would politics got to do with this? The man's talking about, I'm looking at it from a Democratic standpoint, and he's looking at it from a Republican standpoint. Y'all didn't hear the undertone in that. Oh, but when I say Terrence Crawford performance is enhanced, there's an undertone to that. When I say Devin Haney's performance is enhanced, there's an undertone in that. But y'all didn't hear the undertone when he said he's looking at it from a Republican and I'm looking at it from a Democratic standpoint. Listen to this, y'all. And I'm not even a Democrat. And I'm not even a Republican, but I'm just saying.
About the business, you're about the sport, the fighter.
No, I'm about the business and the fight.
No, you're not, because you're siding with you're saying the fighter's overpaid, it's all right. No, it's fucked up the business. You don't see it.
I see it. What it is, let's keep it 100, Rick. You got 40 years in the business and you've been around since Don King, right? You've done work for Don King, correct, Rick?
Absolutely.
All right, then.
How did I know that? I do my research and my homework. I don't speak on nothing publicly unless I got evidence of it. What's wrong with y'all? That's why they don't want to come over here. Then don't come. Don't come over here then. Cause the church gonna go on without you, baby. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, listen, we got to talk. Hey, I'm just saying though. Why you think certain people listen? Content creators that got a problem with me, they don't want to come see me. I ain't did nothing wrong to them. Then don't come over here. They don't want to come see me. I ain't gonna do nothing but ask you a few questions. They're all. Why they got to insult? Why Victor got to insult the guy? Why he got to insult me? I didn't do anything wrong. Huh? Then don't come then. Don't come to the church no more then. then don't come. And if you ain't gonna come, then don't keep doing this. You ain't gonna come over to manager Marty check. Don't do this now. Don't sneak diss me. Don't keep doing that on your channel. You ain't gonna come over here. Don't do this. Yeah, what you doing all that for? Yeah.
So you understand the economic situation that fighters have been in for all of these years.
You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. Let me talk. You're missing the
You
point.
just cut me off.
You're saying what you're saying is
Let me finish my statement, Rick.
Okay,
let me finish my statement. I got it.
Finish.
We're gonna be fair here. What I'm talking about, because you're saying is effing up the business when fighters are getting quote unquote overpaid by your standard, not by the standard of the budget, but by your standard now and the competitor standard, right?
No,
shut up and let me talk.
That's why they're only fighting once every 14 months.
No problem. But we know in this business, and you know better than I do, being in this business for over 40 years, working with Don King, Bob Arum, and the rest of those guys who have a lot of tenure in this business, that so many times the fighters were not getting paid their just due, and the promoter was eating off the fatted calf. They were the only ones benefiting financially, and the fighters wasn't. You agree with that, right?
No, I don't agree with that at all.
You telling me in Muhammad Ali days, in terrible Tim Witherspoon days, in Buster Douglas days, in Larry Holmes days, they was getting paid their fair due? Come on, Rick, you work with Don King, you work with Bob Arum. Come on, stop it. You work under the environment of Cedric Kushner. Some of y'all don't even know who Cedric is. Come on now. When the IBF and Bob Lee Sr. got caught with that scandal, this the era we talking about. And you telling me that the fighters was getting paid their just due back in Ali and them? Stop it. Come on, cut it out.
Mike Tyson got $400 million. He went broke on his own volition because he overspent.
He got $400 million.
Oscar De La Hoya is worth $300 million today. Aaron paid him very well. He saved his money.
No, I'm not talking about the management of their finances. I'm talking about the contracts that lock these fighters in, and they're getting paid under the economic standard. And
under what? Under what? When Terrence Crawford fought Sean Porter, he paid him $6 million and $4 million respectively. Heyman took the $4. He couldn't even go to purse bids. Did Aaron overpay him?
Terrence Crawford was under contract with Top Rank. We already know what his contract stated. What I'm basically getting at is, for so many decades, these promoters have been making buku money hand over fist, and the fighter was left out to dry, making quote unquote under their market value. And you know that to be true.
No, I don't know that's true at all. Ali and Frazier got $5.5 million apiece. Way back then? That's like fucking $50 million today.
Right.
What are you talking about?
How many Alis did we have to make that kind of money? Ali.
There was a lot of guys. There was a lot of guys.
He's lying. Ali had to sue Don King for the money Don stole from him. This is not me saying it. This is all public record. When Don King was in a lawsuit with Ali, Ali was sick in a hospital. And one of the friends of Ali, one of the brothers of the Muslim community, he went and basically had a conversation with Don King, and Don King gave him $50,000. It's all documented for Ali to sign documents to basically stop the process of the lawsuit and take an out-of-court settlement of $50,000 when Ali was charged was suing him for millions of dollars. Come on, stop it, Rick. This is all public record. We all know this happened. Come on, stop. This is the guy y'all listening to him? Shouldn't even be surprised.
Frazier, Foreman, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, they all made billions of dollars.
Right, but that was in era. Let's use Ali since you used Ali. Ali was the first one, and then you had Sugar Ray Leonard who made $40,000 in his first fight. The next era. So it's always one or two fighters that make the big bank in each era. What I'm talking about overall, from the perspective of the business of boxing, overall, all of these fighters were not making the money that they really earned. They were being lowballed. And so what I'm saying to you is, if a fighter's getting overpaid according to your standard or the business standards of boxing, so what? They're putting their life on the line.
You're missing the point going back to your original statement about making superstars. If you're paying a guy $3 million,
I don't want to hear no more of this crap. Then how did PBC build all these superstars then? They got multiple pay-per-view superstars over the air. If they effing up the business, how is all of these superstars keep being superstars on pay-per-view? How? Multiple times. Come on, man.
Well, they're not doing it.
I got you. PBC have built more stars than Top Rank and De La Hoya's company Golden Boy Promotions put together. And Rick, even you know that.
No, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. I said PBC have built more stars than Top Rank and Golden Boy Promotions put together. And Rick, even you know that. And he said that I'm wrong. Well, name pay-per-view stars that Top Rank built up. Besides Pacquiao, who else? Who else? If I'm wrong, who else? Okay, great. Let's go to De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions. How many pay-per-view stars did they build up? Besides Canelo, who else? Because you can't use Pacquiao and you can't use Canelo because they over there with PBC and Al Heyman. Can't use them. So who else? Okay, so Top Rank built one fighter and De La Hoya and them built one fighter. And don't forget, Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman helped Canelo Alvarez be a pay-per-view superstar even when he was signed to Golden Boy. You know how we know that? Because guess who was fighting on Floyd Mayweather's undercards to build him up? Remember when Canelo fought Sugar Shane Mosley, right? Oh, okay then. They was putting Canelo on Floyd Mayweather's undercard to build him up. Why? So that he can be built up to fight who? Floyd Mayweather. All right then. They only had one fighter apiece, where I just told y'all PBC had about 4. Look, you had Jamel Charlo fighting Canelo in September. Now his brother, Jamal Charlo, is reportedly fighting Canelo now. Larry Lopez, what are you talking about, sir? Come on, you got to stay with me, Larry. Floyd was with Top Rank. Come on, bro. And he left. And get where he went at? Al Heyman. Now, there we go. We know who you are, Larry. We know who you over here with. So since Larry here, let me ask him this. Because I know who you represent. Your man, Blue Blood. Sports TV. Let me ask you a question. This the guy he get his information from him, Larry? You go over there listening to him repeat this guy? I already just broke him down in the last 50 minutes in the words that his own words. This the guy, Larry, you go. Man, I ain't no hater. Go ahead, keep representing. I'm just asking a question because you in my chat always disrupting my live, Larry. Always disrupting the live, Larry, in the chat. This the guy, your man Blue Play, he listen to him? Come on, bro.
Golden Boy's the one that made all those guys stars. Don't look at me funny like that.
I'm looking at you funny like that because you know Al Heyman had all those guys under contract over there with De La Hoya, Rick.
They were De La Hoya's fighters.
I'm done. All right, we heard enough of this dude. Let's get to some more impressive business. This is the guy they listening to, man. Him? This is a shame. When are we going to have integrity? When? Hawk ID, if you don't stop it. Look what he said. Money wasn't the reason Crawford went to PBC. But what did he go over there for then? Because I asked y'all what he go to Victor Conte for, and you can't even be honest with me, you or most of the Terrence Crawford fans. So then what did he go to PBC for then? If Al Heyman was trying to screw him out of a deal, no, he didn't say that. He said, I knew I was going to get effed out of the deal anyway. That's what he said on IG Live, Instagram Live. Terrence Crawford said that in November 2022. What did he go over there for? The same people that's supposed to try to F him out of a deal when he was negotiating to fight Spence. What did he go over there for then? Why he ain't stick with the hedge fund for $25 million apiece? We need answers. What did he go over there for? I know that's right. I know. You see, nobody want to answer these questions. This is the guy. Because the last time I checked, Bob Arum told us. Bob Arum done told us. He told us. He said the money that he lost promoting Terrence Crawford, he said he could have bought him or built him a mansion in Beverly Hills. So if he ain't go over to PBC for the money, what else? What he go over there for? He didn't have to go over there to become two-time, a two-division undisputed champion. No, he didn't. He didn't have to. I'm just saying, he didn't have to. Y'all told me months and months and months and months and months and months and months ago he got his own promotion company. Ain't seen him promote not one fight yet. Now, don't try to say he got his promotion company now because you saw it on the backdrop in the promotion of him fighting Spence. Because I've been told y'all to prove it and y'all couldn't before. He didn't have to sign with PBC. He had his own promotion company, right? Oh, okay. I know that's right. Come on, how y'all gonna challenge a guy that know the business, but y'all won't challenge Blue Blood that's listening to him? You won't challenge Coach Malachi for listening to him. You won't even challenge Rick Glaser for the stuff he said yesterday and today. But you in my chat trying to challenge me. There is no challenge. There is none. Your favorite content creator won't even come over here, and you trying to defend him. That's sad to me. Your favorite fighter won't even come over here and talk to me, and you trying to defend him. You got more heart than them. You trying to defend them in the chat, and they won't even come over here. Yeah, tell them to come over and talk to me. If they in the business of boxing, guess what? I'm going to treat them with the utmost. Yeah, I'm going to treat them with the utmost when they come here. Y'all see how I do my guests? Whether I agree with them or not, I'm still professional. It don't make a difference. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We got to deal with truth. Yo, I know you don't want to hear. No, you don't want to hear. You be all right, though. Yeah. You be fine. You'll be all right. I was trying to look at something on my phone. Oh, that's what I was looking at. My man sent me something earlier. Hold on, let me see what they told me Rick Gleason said earlier. Hold on, let's see. Here, go right here. This it? Yeah, this is the tweet right here. This it. He blocked me, so somebody had to send it to me. I didn't know. He blocked me. This is what Rick Gleason said. I'm gonna read it to you all. Canelo, this is Rick Gleason's words. This is Rick Gleason. Canelo announced he's fighting an American. Canelo is obligated contractually to fight for PBC for May 4th and the September fight. But PBC is also obligated to guarantee Canelo's money, which is a guaranteed $35 million per fight. The only way that can be done is through a guarantor and or an escrow account. If that escrow account was funded as of yesterday, Canelo would have had a lot more to announce. But Canelo gave PBC an extension on that escrow funding. Let's see if the funding for the escrow accounts happen. Hold off with your insults till we see those results within the next 2 weeks. The clock is ticking. Thank you. I was reading the words of Rick Glaser. Those were the words of Rick Glaser right there. Those right there. He said, hold off with your insults until we see those results within the next 2 weeks. I'm baffled. I'm baffled. I'm baffled because he made a statement yesterday. Rick Gleason, to my understanding, he blocked me. So, people sent it to me. I didn't ask nobody to send it to me. People just be sending it to me. But they sent it to me. And I salute to all of them that sent me the information. But he said that Canelo, I'm sorry, it was on Monday. I apologize, Monday. On Tuesday, Canelo Alvarez was going to make a big announcement that was going to have something to do with him leaving PBC. Then Tuesday came, which was yesterday, and Canelo didn't say anything of the sort. All he did was say that he's fighting on May 4th against an American opponent. Right? But instead of Rick Glaser having integrity, doing things with honor, he didn't come back and say, I was wrong, y'all. I apologize. He said, hold off on the insults. He want mercy. He ain't giving Al Heyman, PBC, or none of the PBC fighters no mercy. He's insulting them every chance he gets. But now he's asking for mercy? Where did we see this movie at, y'all? Haven't we seen this movie before? Let me wipe my sweat off my forehead and underneath my chin. Yeah. Haven't we seen this movie before, Greg? Big Supreme, haven't we seen this movie before? Michael Dangerfield, haven't we seen this movie before? We've seen this movie time and time again on this platform. Oh, the preacher's talking now. The last guy that wants mercy did the same move that Rick Glaser just did. Wait. So you mean to tell me you can insult everybody else, Rick Glaser, but now that you got caught lying, you don't want nobody to insult you, you want mercy. Didn't we see this movie before? Huh? We've seen this movie before, haven't we? Look on your screen then if you don't believe me. go on the screen if you don't believe me. In his feelings. In his feelings can insult everybody else. Can disparage everybody else. Can talk about everybody else is cheating. Can talk about everybody else is suspicious. But when someone says that his fighters on his program is suspicious, oh, stop it. Can put out tweet after tweet after tweet about PBC fighters and Al Heyman. But then when I put out small clip after small clip after small clip on things he said, talking about Conti. Hold, I want mercy. Stop it. Don't shed no light on me. Don't stop. Get the light out of my face. But you pointing the light at everybody else. We've seen this movie before, haven't we? Rick Glaser on Twitter pointing the light at PBC. But now the light's on him. Stop, y'all. Don't insult me. Hold off on the insult. Stop. Don't put the light on me. There's a famous scripture. It's in the Bible. You better read it. Men love darkness rather than light because their deeds are evil. See, when it's dark, let me show y'all something. Yeah. Some of y'all know my background. You know I'm from the projects, right? Yeah. You know I'm from the hood, don't you? You know I'm from the projects, don't y'all? You know I'm from public housing community. And if you from the ghetto, the hood, public housing, the projects, you know what happens. Yeah, when you leave the house, the mice and roaches get to playing in the dark. Huh? But then soon as you turn the lights on, all the roaches and mice start scattering. They start scattering away. Because when the lights go out, yeah, that's why the scriptures say when men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds are evil. The light is the truth. They don't want the truth to be shed on them. Yeah. You know when the mice and the roaches, they run around having a party when the lights is out. Yeah, I'm talking about the project. Some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all might have had a good upbringing when it comes to the comforts of life. I didn't. You know what I'm talking about? We talking about government cheese and welfare and food stamps. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, when the roaches and the mice running around in the dark, then when you turn the light on, all of a sudden now, they start scattering. They don't want the light on them. Yeah. These roaches and mice don't want they don't want the light on them. They don't want Manager Martin Luther King to shed the light on the truth. They don't want that. YouTube don't want it either. That's why they keep blackballing my viewership. We know what's going on. You see, when I'm talking about beef, YouTube will push the content out. You see that? When I'm talking about YouTube beef, oh, they'll push the content out far. Yeah, when I had Victor Conti up here talking about Errol Spence and altitude sickness, YouTube made sure that I got 20-something thousand views. They pushed that thing out. Other content creators did reaction videos. That might have helped it a little bit too. But then they start pushing it out. Now when the truth comes, when I'm breaking down the business and all the people that ain't got good sense or good representation or those that don't have good intentions, now all of a sudden now my viewership, let me tell you what the viewership be doing. Oh, it get dark. But guess what? When you keep giving me viewership, when you keep clicking on that like button, when you keep contributing and you keep on providing resources to this channel, get what happened? Light come on. Light come on. Your favorite content creator won't even come over here. Yeah, because then what happened? Then what's going to happen when your favorite content creator that don't like me come over here? Because they whole channel, that's why you listen to them, because they get their information from Rick Glaser. They whole channel get dark. Then when they come over here, that's why they don't want to come. They don't want to come to the boxing church because guess what's going to happen when they sit down in that seat? Omega Red know it's true. Carl Brown know it's true. Creo know it's true. Cash Crypto know it's true. Mr. Pragmatic know it's true. Lucky Me Kennels know it's true. The Keggy know it's true. Guess what's going to happen? And light. Oh, LL Music TV know it's true. Shaheed know it's true. That light going to come and shed. Oh, it's going to shed that light on them. Yeah, that church going to light up. Hold on, let me give y'all 3 on the forehead and two under the chin. Yeah. Woo! They know what time it is when they come over here, Creole. So guess what? Then don't come. Asante L know it's true. Yeah. Don't come. Don't come over here then. Because the church gonna go on without you. Huh? Yeah. We don't care about that. That's not important. Oh, your viewership is low. So all the real ones is here. So what? Long as the real ones come over and see me. Huh? Yeah, long as the real ones come. Guess what? I didn't do this for you. I didn't jump on YouTube for money anyway. I didn't jump on here for that. I mean, hey, don't let me lie too much. I appreciate the finances. Don't get it twisted. Now, y'all know YouTube get 30% now. And let me not forget that. You could give me a $5 super chat. Do the math. They're going to get 30 of it. But guess what? I still appreciate it. But the bottom line is I didn't come over here for the money. This is why I started the YouTube channel. Let me show y'all. Yeah. I don't need my glasses for this. It's going to get dark anyway. This is why I started the channel. Listen. Because it was dark on YouTube before I got here. All the people lying to y'all. Yes, they was. They were finagling y'all. Bamboozling you. Hoodwinking you. Acting like they had inside sources. Acting like they understood the business of boxing. Acting like they knew what the numbers represented. They was acting like they was behind the scenes with the boxers, with the representation, with the promoters. Did what they were doing. And then the real guy in the business came. Yeah. I created a trend and a wave. Then what the real manager did when I came, I turned that light on. It was dark over here. Yeah, it was dark on YouTube streets. Now I came and turned that light on. That's why I came here. And I'm still here. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah. I said I'm still here and I ain't going nowhere. It's certain places in my past I won't go near. Somebody asked me on Monday about Rachel Donner. I was told she was in the chat and she said she won't go there. Talking about the channel. It's all good. I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't mad. Because I'm cool with everybody. It's all love. Just know. And let me say this. Even though that was a freestyle, that wasn't a shot at Rachel Donner. Don't go on somebody else's channel starting that nonsense. That wasn't no shot at Rachel. I'm just saying on Monday, somebody asked me about it on the panel. Y'all was here. Oh, okay. But get what? As long as it's like this on YouTube, my job is to come and shed the light and be the light of the world. And the light is the truth. So every time I come on here, it don't make no difference of whether you insult me, you disparage me, you discredit me, you even discourage me. My responsibility and purpose on YouTube. I told y'all, I'm not here for the looks. I'm not here for the likes. I'm here for the licks. And as long as I'm here, all of you that want to know the business of boxing, all of you that want to know the sport of boxing, all of you that love good quality content, I'm going to do my best to give you that. But you know when I come over here, I'm going to be real with y'all and give y'all the light. Now, with that being said, I'm going to need all of y'all to come back on Friday now, same time. We got some more business to talk about. I'm going to dismiss y'all from the church. Thank you for your offerings, your contributions, and tell your neighbor, Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, stop listening to these liars. They don't have no truth. They don't have no evidence. Stop listening to them. They sitting in the dark lying to y'all. Stop listening to these wolves in sheep clothing. They're false prophets. If they don't have evidence to back up their claims and what they saying, cut their mic off and don't listen to them. And with that being said, church, I got to pull out the same way I pulled in with the hottest intro on YouTube. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank